stuff and then really look at it. Hello, good morning. Welcome back to another vlog. If you're new here, my name's Sam. I am a hairstylist in Wilmington, North Carolina, and it is currently Saturday morning. I am getting ready to go to the salon. At the moment, I am just doing hair part-time in conjunction with YouTube, and I've been taking clients primarily on Saturdays. Today, I have 3 clients, and it should be hopefully a pretty smooth day. So I'm just putting on a little bit of makeup just to kind of make myself look a little bit more alive. So I put on my SPF, a little bit of the Say Glowy Super Gel, and the Tarte Radiant Shape Tape. I just got this a couple weeks ago, and I have been loving it for no makeup days because it brightens the under eyes, but then it blends out really nicely. It doesn't necessarily look like I have makeup on. It looks very natural. And then I'm just gonna do a little bit of brow gel. This is the Maybelline Express Brow. I'm gonna do a little bit of Charlotte Tilbury liquid blush. Just add a little color. And a little bit of Thrive mascara. I'm obsessed with this stuff. This is the liquid lash extension fiber mascara. And I feel like not only does it make my lashes look really good, but it doesn't give me raccoon eyes, and it doesn't smear all over the place. It just flakes off, which is really nice, especially in the summertime. And my eyelids get really oily, so I always have a hard time finding a mascara that doesn't smudge and leave black under my eyes. But I've been using this one for months now, and I love it. No issues ever. And then it's really easy to remove, so I feel like I'm not, being super rough on my lashes either. And then if you ever get some on your skin, you literally just flake it off. It's so nice. And then for my hair, I think I'm just gonna re-wet it because it got kind of tangled. I washed it 2 nights ago, so it's clean, but I just let it air dry, so it's looking a little crazy right now. I'm excited for today though. This is gonna be my first day back to the salon in a little while, because if you saw my last vlog or you keep up with me on Instagram, you know that I have been traveling a lot. I was just on an 8-day long cruise, spent some time in Miami, went to Charlotte, North Carolina for a brand trip. So I've been away a lot. What is happening? What in the world? I heard commotion happening outside. I don't know if the camera picked it up at all, but somebody is getting arrested outside my apartment, and all my neighbors are just kind of trying to casually gather and eavesdrop. It's oh, all of a sudden everybody wants to go sit out on their balcony and everyone's walking their dogs. The guy definitely seems like he's acting a little crazy, and I overheard one of the cops say he's definitely on something. Such a random turn to the vlog. Here is what I'm wearing. I'll show you this way so you can see a little bit better, but this top I actually got a long time ago from Arrow. And then this black skirt is from H&M, and then I'm wearing my Doc Marten Blair sandals. Perfume, Ambery Saffron from Dossier. As always, I am gonna go take Benny for a quick walk before I head out. Come on, you wanna go for a walk? You gotta go potty? Come on, let's go potty. And then I need to bring a couple things with me. I'm gonna bring a granola bar. I also made a bunch of egg bites yesterday, so I'm just gonna bring that with me and heat some up at the salon. Like I said, it should be a pretty easy, smooth day. I'm not double booked at all, so I should have time to actually sit and eat while my clients are processing, which is nice. And then I have my paper this morning. I was going through all of the submissions for my appointment request form, which, by the way, if you want to book an appointment with me, if you are in the Wilmington, North Carolina area or are going to be traveling there and you're interested in getting your hair done with me, I'll have a link in the description. I have a Google form that you can fill out. So I have a few people that filled out the form while I was out of town. So I wrote down all of their information so that I can call them while I'm at the salon and get them scheduled. I'll see you at the salon. So my first client, you'll see her hair in a second. She just comes in for a root touch-up. She has a couple gray strands that we cover with permanent color. So I did 4N permanent color for her roots with 20 volume developer. And then I do an all-over gloss just to add some nice shine, refresh her ends. She likes a really nice dark chocolatey brown. So for her gloss, I do Redken Shade CQ 4NCH. So I'm just mixing up her color here. And I don't apply her permanent color all over her roots. You can kind of see here, I just spot apply it to wherever she has gray strands because she has very, very minimal grays. So we just apply that a little bit. And then here you can see I am applying her all over toner. And she has really beautiful curly hair. And normally we'll just diffuse it and she'll wear it curly. But today she asked if I could blow it out, which I was very happy about because you can really see how beautiful and shiny her hair is. Absolutely gorgeous. I love it. I love her. She's an amazing client. And then my second client, I thought I got more clips of her hair, but this was the only one I could find. She gets tiny baby lights for gray blending. And today she was just in for a toner and a haircut. So this was her hair before. You can just kind of see like, you know, the type of little highlights we do. And then this was my third client. She was a pretty big color correction. As you can see, her ends had been previously bleached and she had a bunch of different colors happening there. There were some rainbow fashion colors. She had pink, orange, some purpley, maroon colors, blue, and some parts were like very, very light, almost like silver looking. And our goal was to cover over all of that and match it up to her natural color as best we could. So I started out by filling her hair. I did 743 with 834. Those are like really warm coppery colors. I did demi-permanent color. That's usually going to be best for filling the hair because it's a larger color molecule. And you might initially look at her hair and think, well, her natural color is pretty dark, so you could just throw a darker brown color on the ends and match it all up. But it's not that simple. In order to make sure that we have full coverage and that we get a nice rich color that really matches her natural color and is going to last, I needed to go through and cancel colors out, make sure I was adding back in all of the underlying pigment she was lacking. So after I filled her hair, I rinsed that color out, and then I added in 631 and 714. Those are just a little bit darker. I wanted to just kind of gradually add back in warmth, add back in richness and darkness. So after I did those colors, this was what her hair looked like. So you could see it was still a little bit lighter than her natural color, and it was quite warm now, which is good. That's what we wanted because she had a lot of like the blue, green, cool colors in there. So we needed to neutralize those. So then from here, I was able to just go in with her final gloss. So I did Redken Shade CQ 6GN with 6G. Those are green and yellow tones. That was going to help neutralize that warmth and some of those leftover like maroon streaks she had in there. And then also 5N, which was going to just give us like a dark brown color. And it was looking pretty good in the shampoo bowl when I rinsed everything out. But of course, you never know what the final product is going to actually look like until you dry the hair. So here is how it looked after a haircut, blow dry, and I was so happy with the final result. Of course, it's not a 100% match, but I'd say it's like 98%. And from here, she may have to refresh the toner on the ends every other month or so as it kind of fades and lightens up, but from here on, she can just let her hair continue to grow out, and it'll be a much more natural, low-maintenance color for her. I have been dreaming about these strawberries all day. Today was such a good day. I am tired, that's for sure. My color correction client, like, I mean, as you saw, the results, ooh, you know when you do something and you're just like, wow, I really am that bitch. That's how I felt. I was really proud of myself. She was super happy and she was so nice. Everybody today was amazing and the day just flowed really smoothly, and yeah, it was a really good day. I feel good being back at it, and it was the perfect day too because I was actually able to sit down while my clients were processing, and I was able to eat and go to the bathroom and drink some water, so I don't feel like total garbage right now. I actually feel, I mean, I'm tired and like my back and shoulders kind of hurt, but for the most part I feel great. But now it's almost 6 o'clock. It's 5:43, so I'm gonna cut up these strawberries and have that as a little snack, and then I'm gonna start making dinner pretty soon and just have a chill evening. I have a lot of YouTube videos that I want to catch up on, and I just feel like laying on the couch with my feet propped up. Oh boy, do I have a story for you. So it is currently Tuesday morning. I didn't vlog over the weekend because I was just recharging, as I usually do. Like Sundays, 99% of the time, Sundays are my day to just stay home, alone, not interact with anyone, clean, work out, just like, you know, reset. And then yesterday was Labor Day, so I hung out with my friend and her mom. We just like took our dogs for a walk, went to Hobby Lobby, hung out at the pool. Just a very nice chill day. But then things took a turn. Sunday, I noticed that my apartment was feeling kind of warm, so I went to turn the thermostat, like turn the temperature down, and it just wasn't cooling down. And I was like, oh great, because I've had this issue a few times. I've lived in my apartment now for almost 2 years, and I think this is like the third time that this has happened, where the air conditioner just for whatever reason like will not work. Try to turn the temperature down, doesn't do anything. And maintenance is amazing at my apartment. Like if I put in a maintenance request, they will usually be there like within the hour. They'll fix it, everything's good. And anytime I've had issues with the air conditioner before, they've been able to come fix it right away. They even replaced the unit outside recently, and I thought ever since then, like, oh, I'm good, everything should be fine. I was probably just having issues because like it was just an old unit. Well, now it stopped working, and of course it's a holiday weekend, and I don't know, I didn't feel like putting it in as an emergency and having someone come, you know, on a holiday weekend to fix it, because I don't really mind the heat, and I was like, I can just keep the blinds closed and it's not really a huge deal. And at night when the sun sets, like it's been pretty cool at night lately, so like I could just leave the windows open, get a breeze, it's fine. Keep the ceiling fans on. So that's what I did. So that was fine Sunday night, no big deal. Like it cooled down once the sun set, I had the windows open, blah blah blah. Then yesterday I wasn't home all day anyway, and I had Benny with me, so it was like whatever, nobody's home, no big deal. So then last night I just did what I did the night before. I opened the windows. Obviously the screen was still closed, and I'm just laying in bed. It's pitch black in my room, and I'm like just starting to drift off. And all of a sudden I feel something hit my leg. And I jumped up in a panic, and I turned the light on, and I'm freaking out. And I'm like, what the hell just like, was I imagining that? Because you know when you start to fall asleep, you like twitch, or you think you're falling, or you think something touched you or whatever. So I was like, what's going on? And then I see a huge water bug, as they like to call them in the South. It's a roach, like one of the biggest ones I've ever seen in my life. Flew through my window, like it crawled in through the crack somewhere and flew onto my bed, smacked into my leg, and then it proceeded to start like flying around, flew out into the hallway, and I'm screaming, freaking out, because I have pest control come and spray my apartment. So like if any of those find a way into my apartment, which like isn't often, but if they ever do, usually by the time I see it, it's already dead or it's like almost dead. So for this one to like just come right in fresh, fully alive and kicking was horrifying and so gross. So yeah, then it like crawled into my room under the door and like was literally coming after me. Like I'm running away from this thing and it is chasing after me. So I was able to smash it and kill it. But then I texted my friend that I was hanging out with earlier, and I was like, because I had already told her about the air conditioner thing, and she was like, oh, you could just stay here if you want. So I texted her and I was like, are you still awake? Because it was almost like 11 o'clock at this point. And I told her what just happened. She was like, oh my God, yes, just come stay here. So I drove myself and Benny over to her place, and I slept on her couch, packed a bag really fast, because that was the other thing. I have work early this morning. I'm like 12 minutes late, but nobody else is even here yet anyway, so it's fine. But yeah, I don't usually work this early, but this week one of my coworkers is on vacation, so I am covering a shift for her, and I'm opening at the salon doing front desk, so I had to be here at 8. So I was like, of course, it figures, like, because normally if I was just like working from home or not working till later in the day, I could have like went back home and all of that first. So I had to pack an overnight bag really quick and pack an outfit to wear to work. And it worked out because she actually lives a lot closer to the salon than I do, so I didn't have to get up as early, and I had a few extra minutes. Target with Starbucks in it is on the way, so I was able to stop and get myself some breakfast. I got the egg bites. I work 8 to 3 today, so I'm hoping by the time I get home, maintenance will have come, and hopefully they were able to fix everything and I can be comfortable in my apartment, because the temperature was literally almost 90 degrees. It was 88 degrees last night, and even with the window open, it was not cooling down. And then obviously after the whole thing with the roach, I was like, oh no, like I cannot sleep in this room. Anyway, I'm at the salon now. I am gonna go in and get everything set up. Here's my outfit of the day that I just grabbed really quickly last night while I was panic packing. I just have this like plain black slip dress on. I don't even know where it's from. Maybe like Forever 21. I've had it forever. It's very basic. And then this cropped denim jacket is from American Eagle. It usually gets pretty chilly in here, especially up by the front desk, so I usually wear layers when I work front desk. And then these shoes are from Target. They're so comfortable. Good morning. It is the next day. Sorry that I didn't end up vlogging the rest of the day. It just got super busy at work, and then I went back to my friend's house to go pick up my dog. I ended up hanging out there with her for a little bit, and then as soon as I got home, I like made dinner really fast, and then I had to record my podcast. And then after we stopped recording, we ended up staying on the phone a little bit longer to just like catch up on more personal, like private things. And then I just got ready for bed and went to sleep. Like it was just a very go, go, go day. They did fix my air conditioner yesterday morning while I was at work. So I came home to a nice cooled down apartment, God bless. And hopefully it'll stay working. I don't know what the issue was exactly, but this morning I made my coffee, took Benny out for a walk, watched a couple YouTube videos, and like I don't normally check my phone first thing. Like I'll check if I have any texts, but I don't usually check my email and like my DMs and stuff right away. So then I was like, oh, let me see like if I have any Instagram activity, and I looked in my message requests. Thank God I did. I had DMs from 3 different professional hair brands, one of which being Olaplex. If you guys saw my last vlog, I was talking about how I went on a brand trip recently, and being around all these other influencers that have like, you know, much higher numbers and followers than me, it just kind of like made me feel like I didn't really belong, and it made me feel like I wasn't doing enough or a good enough job. And I don't know, waking up to those messages this morning like kind of gave me that extra validation that I feel like I kind of needed. So, I don't know, it just made me feel like, just keep doing your thing. Keep being you. Like, don't try to be like everybody else and emulate what everybody else is doing. Just stay in your lane and just keep being real, and people will recognize that and appreciate that. But I am about to get ready really quick to go to my nail appointment. It is about that time to go get these redone. They're pretty grown out, and that color correction that I did on Saturday, for parts of it I just didn't even wear gloves because I knew I was getting my nails done in a few days anyway. So they're kind of stained now and don't really look that great, especially underneath my nails. That looks disgusting, but it's just stained from hair color. I swear they're clean. It just looks really gross. And then I'm gonna come home for a bit, get some editing done because I really desperately need to get caught up on that. And then later this afternoon, I'm going to the salon, working another front desk shift. I'm gonna be closing this time, so I will be there till about 8 o'clock. And then I'm just gonna come home, make dinner, get ready for bed. Nothing too exciting today. Here's my outfit for the day. I'll show you like this so you can maybe see it better, but this dress is very, very old. I want to say it's either like H&M or Forever 21. And then I'm wearing these Adidas sandals. I don't know if these have like a style name or if they're even still available. I've had them for years. I think I want to stick with the neutrals. I'll probably do like a nude kind of color. I don't know. I will show you the after when I get back. Just got back from my appointment. Here's my nails. Just very sheer, nude, natural. And underneath is all nice and clean now. No more color stains. But I am about to have some breakfast. I just made some eggs, turkey bacon, and an English muffin with pumpkin cream cheese. So I'm gonna eat this and then get as much editing done as I can before I need to leave for work. Good morning. It's the next day. Apparently this is always my spot to start every vlog clip, but I am in the process of getting ready because I have a hair extension appointment. I have the like beaded weft extensions in my hair. I don't know if you can see that. But she just takes my real hair and takes a horizontal section across the back of my head and then makes almost like little tiny ponytails with a bead that she then clamps shut. And then she takes a weft of hair extensions, looks like this, and then she sews this into those little ponytails. It's kind of just like a take on the, you know, traditional like sew-in method that women of color have been doing forever, which I've had on my own hair, where they like braid your real hair and then they sew the extension into that braid. This technique though is just a little bit more gentle if you have like finer, softer hair, because it doesn't create as much tension, and it's also easier to like take out, move up, put back in, all of that. So I've had this in my hair now since, I think I did this in the beginning of like March or February, and I started out with 2 rows of the extensions at first, and they're the same length as my real hair. My real hair has gotten pretty long. It's just not the thickest, and the longer it gets, the less thick it looks. So I got the extensions to just add some fullness. As the weather started to get hotter, I was like, this is kind of a lot of hair. So I had her take the 1 row out. Now I've only had 1 row in my hair for the last few months or so, but it's time for me to get this removed and reinstall it. So I'm gonna see what she thinks and how much time she has. I think I might add the 2nd row back in. I don't know. I mean, I know this was still kind of a lot of hair, but I have all this extra because when we ordered the hair, she recommended just getting extra just so we had it. I feel like now summer is coming to an end, so why not? And a big reason too why I wanted to take the 2nd row out originally was because anytime I would blow dry my hair, it just took a little bit longer. But now that I got the keratin treatment on my hair, I've just been letting it air dry. I can't even tell you the last time I blow dried it. So in that case, who cares how much hair I have on my head? The more the merrier. And I'm going on another vacation in a few weeks, and I don't know, I think it would just be nice to like have a little extra hair, and then worst case, if I end up changing my mind, I have to go back in every like 5 to 6 weeks for her to move the extensions up. So next time I go in for a move up, I can just have her take the 2nd row out again if I just feel like it's too much. But anyway, I'm going in for that appointment, and then I'm gonna come back here. It's gonna be basically the same thing as yesterday. Appointment in the morning, come back home, try to get as much computer work done as I can, and then go work at the salon. I work front desk again, another closing shift, but I'm looking forward to just getting through today, because then tomorrow I have the day off and I have some more fun things planned. I'm gonna hang out with my friend Haley and we're gonna go apartment hunting. Well, we're gonna start the process. I'm highly considering moving out when my lease is up in March, but I really just wanna look at all my options because there are so many new apartment complexes in this area now that have honestly just popped up like since I moved in here in the last like, you know, year or two. And there's a lot to look at, a lot of different options. So I want to start the process early and really scope everything out, see if it's worth moving, because I would really, really love to have a little bit more space, more closet space especially. So I don't know, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Back to today. I'm gonna finish getting ready and then go get my hair done. My friend Rachel does my extensions. I'll have her information in the description if you guys live in the Wilmington area and you want to check her out. She specializes in these types of extensions and she's the best. And she has her own little salon studio, which is super, super cute. So I will see you at her salon. Have no words. I'm obsessed. I have never loved my hair so much. She did end up having time to add another row, but we ended up doing, now I have 2.5 rows actually, 2 full rows and 1 mini. We were able to make them longer and she blended it so well you can't even tell. My real hair is that piece right there. So it's a couple inches longer. Thank you so much, Rachel, if you're watching. She is the absolute best. I will have her information in the description. She's just is so good, and you can't tell, like, it blends so perfectly, and like the wefts and everything, it's so seamless. I just love it so much. It's 1 o'clock now. My appointment was at 10, so I was there for a while. So I was going to head home and get some work done, but now I haven't eaten anything yet, so I feel like I don't really have time to go home and do anything productive. So I'm gonna just go get some food. I think I'm gonna stop at Kava and then just head straight to the salon. So I will catch up later. First half of my travels, flew down to Florida. Still waiting for Nespresso to sponsor me. I'm gonna manifest that for myself. One day it is going to happen. It is currently 11 a.m. I've been up since 8 and I didn't even get out of bed till just now. I still have a lot of work to get done, like YouTube computer work. So I just grabbed my laptop, didn't even get out of bed. I stayed in bed and just started editing. So I got the podcast episode finished, which I'm waiting for that to export because it's Friday and our podcast episodes go up every Friday. So normally I have them done and ready to go and I'll like schedule it out ahead of time. So that way Friday morning first thing it like automatically posts and like goes live. But I've been so busy this week working extra at the salon and just like trying to play catch up with life and appointments and everything. So I just didn't have time to do it until this morning, but I'm in the process of getting that up. And then I am almost done, like 3/4 of the way finished with a YouTube vlog. So I needed to make myself some coffee and step away for a bit because like I said, now it's 11. I told my friend Haley that I would meet her for her appointment. She made an appointment at this piercing shop. She's gonna do like a curated ear type of situation and get a few new piercings. So that is at 1 o'clock. So I was like, I should probably step away, have my coffee. That way I'm not like rushing to go meet her. After Haley's piercing appointment, I'm gonna come back home. She has to go take her dog to the vet. So I'm gonna come back here, finish that vlog, hopefully. And then later this afternoon, we are gonna go start touring some apartments. I'm so excited. Both of us, we don't live together or even in the same complex, but our leases are going to be up around the same time. And both of us are heavily thinking about moving out and finding a new place to live. So we're not gonna be living together. We're still gonna keep, 2 separate places, but I would love if we could find a place in the same complex or at least like in the same neighborhood. Because right now we kind of live on opposite sides of town and she is hands down my closest friend that I have down here. Like we hang out a lot. And our dogs are best friends and we watch each other's dogs for each other all the time. So it would just be a lot more convenient and more fun if we lived in the same place. So we're gonna go look at some places together and I am just so excited because I love touring houses and apartments and even just like watching videos of that kind of stuff. But it's like, it's really exciting when you can do it in person. I'm gonna go enjoy my coffee and take Benny out for a walk, and I'll see you in a little bit. Okay, it's a little while later. I am getting ready to head out. Wanted to show you my hair and also like my routine lately, because like I said earlier in this vlog, I can't even tell you the last time I blow dried my hair or put heat on it, which has been so nice because it's a huge time saver, but also it is obviously good for my hair and is gonna help it keep growing and be nice and healthy. So I normally in the mornings, if my hair is tangled at all, which it isn't always, but like usually it gets pretty tangled, especially underneath here, because if you guys saw, I think it was almost 2 months ago now, like a month and a half ago, I got a keratin treatment, but we only did it on the top half of my hair. Tomorrow I am getting underneath done as well, because I just have been loving how soft and like frizz-free my hair's been up top, but the underneath, it's just like, especially in comparison, just feels so dry and it just gets so tangled. So normally the underneath part is pretty tangled when I wake up in the morning. So I just like wet my brush. I used the Fraymar detangling brush, which is basically just like the wet brush, very similar. I wet that and then I just gently brush through, and that way I can get the knots out, but then by re-wetting my hair, it lets the waves and curls and whatever still look nice. Because if I were to just brush it through dry, it would just frizz up into like a big poof. So I just re-wet it, and I usually don't really put product in it. If anything, I put a little hair oil, and I can't wait to get the keratin treatment all over. That'll be in the next vlog though, so stay tuned. Here is my hair now that I added the extensions. It is so long, it literally touches my butt. It's so crazy. Look at that. Insane. And it just blends so well. Like my real hair, this is a piece of my real hair. So my real hair comes down to here, and then the rest of this is extension. So it's not like adding a super significant amount of length, and hopefully my real hair will get down to this length fairly soon, especially now that I'm not using any heat on it. What happened was, the one row of extension that I had in my hair before, we had to cut, like all the hair when I purchased it was this length. And we obviously, I wanted it to all be the same length as my real hair originally, so she had to cut a few inches off the bottom. But as my real hair has grown over the last few months, the extensions, the length that she had cut them to, is now too short for my real hair. So she went to go put that piece back in, and she was like, ooh, this is too short, so we're gonna have to either cut your real hair or we're gonna have to use the longer hair. So I was like, let's do the longer hair, and since you have to use that anyway, do you think we'd be able, like I wanted to add the second row back in anyway, just to make it a little fuller, and I was like, do you think with the 2 rows, we could leave the length, and rather than cutting the extensions to match, I could just have a couple extra inches, and then I'll just let my real hair grow until it's like all this length. So she put 2 rows in, and it looked pretty good, but she was like, she's very much a perfectionist, which is why I love her, and I think her work is so good for this reason. She was like, I just feel like you need the tiniest bit more to really make it be like 100% seamless. So she added in a 3rd mini row. So I have like 2.5 rows on my head technically right now. The first one is right here, the second one is right here, and then the 3rd row is here. But she placed everything in such a way that I can wear my hair up in a ponytail, and you can't see any of the rows because they are hidden really well and they're like far back enough that nothing sticks out. I'm just in love with it. Like, I've never had this much hair on my head in my life. I'm literally living my mermaid dreams. It's funny because a few weeks ago I was almost contemplating chopping my hair like super short, and then I just ended up doing the complete opposite. Anyway, I'm gonna finish getting ready really quick and then I will show you this outfit I'm wearing because I'm in this cute little matching set and I love it. I feel super cute today. Here is the fit. Pants and top are both from Target. And then I'm wearing my Steve Madden platform sandals. So now Haley is taking her dog to the vet. I'm gonna get a little bit of work done really quick and then we're gonna meet back up and go look at the apartments. But I am going to end this vlog here. I am gonna record all of the apartment hunting, but I'm going to make that its own separate video. I think it would just be fun to like make it a little series and bring you guys along the journey of trying to find my next potential apartment. So stay tuned for that. And I am going to start a new vlog tomorrow. So if you want to see me getting my keratin treatment, stay tuned for that one as well. But I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you really soon in my next video. And if you want to keep up with me in the meantime, go follow me on Instagram. Everything will be linked in the description. See you soon. Bye.